the call. Dr. Frankel, please.
Yes, thank you, MC. Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the World Youth Meeting, my session participant talk. Please participants. Of course, you. Okay. And after preparing hard work for the completing presentation, thank you for joining this World Youth Meeting. World Youth Meeting is surely setting occasion, setting work. That means setting means in Japanese, 本当の、ほんまの、ほんまもんの World Youth Meeting. Okay? Setting it. You have to see that there. Yeah. So this, I'd like to enhance this occasion to know each other. Okay? Not only in Japanese. So, for example, I'd like to have a few comments from today's participants. Okay, let's welcome this country. Which country is this? Which country is this? Malaysia, right? Okay. Could you please pass the microphone? Okay, Malaysia. Please talk about the impression of Japan after coming to here, Japan. Do you have any impression?
Hello, I'm Khalid Amran. I'm from Malaysia.
Okay, introduction is very important. Please, if the camera here say hello, please say hello. Okay? Again, 3, 2, 1, 0, cue.
Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? Good. I'm doing good too. Okay, so basically I have so many expectations of Japan. So the first thing that I did when I landed in Japan is to see the toilet at the airport. And, you know, it's very different from Malaysia. So basically, I still can tell where is the flash button, even though it's different. But I find it very interesting because everything here is technology. It's very different from Malaysia, where you have to, you know, use water from a pipe, be that. But here we don't have that. Everything is technology. And other than that, I think it's very clean. I feel like I can sleep everywhere here.
Okay, thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for your compliment. Next, where is the button here? Yeah, sorry. Okay, which country? It is Taiwan. Hi. Ni hao, Taiwan.
Yeah, ni hao, ni hao.
Okay, raise your hand if you are students from the Taiwan Kaohsiung, beautiful Kaohsiung, raise your hand.
Yeah.
Oh, 很多啊，谢谢大家。
I also bring the big national flag to show you we are from Taiwan. There are many friends I see under that. We have joined the workshop in Kaohsiung maybe. Yeah. And Taiwan is a really great country, especially for the splendid landscape and cuisine, gastronomy, or some people will a good relationship between the neighbors, and the images of Japan. Japan is a really respectful technology and some kind of polite country. In the news, you will see that before there were World Cup, and there's the restroom of the Japan. They clean, although they lose their games, but they clean very politely and leave a message in Russian for thank you, Russia.
Okay, thank you. Later, I'll ask you again. Okay,
Thank you.
okay. Now, so firstly, I'd like to make my self-introduction. I'm Kageto. Call me Kageto. Nice to meet you. And from chair of the World Youth Meeting, I've been working more than 20 years to host these events under the collaboration of the Ministry of Education culture, sports, science, and technology. Very relevant. And I'm here with today moderator, Mochizuki Sensei, from Waseda Honjo High School. Any words to say?
Hello, friends. I'm an English teacher from Saitama Prefecture, which is 100 kilometers north to Tokyo. Okay. Unfortunately, this year my students cannot participate, but Kanito Sensei did not allow me to stay lazy, so he gave me some job. So I hope I can contribute to this session. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So you can enjoy those two languages. Those two English. My aged people English, GG English, and sophisticated, perfect English from Mochizuki Sensei. Please enjoy these two kinds of English. And Taiku, you are on behalf of the Japan, so you have been Taiku EFL for a long time. What's the most important for the English as an English learner?
For English learner, I think the intelligibility is very important when we communicate.
Very difficult.
In other words, good use of simple English and speaking clearly.
Thank you. You did not. Okay. So I strongly recommend you also focusing on the intelligibility. Please repeat after me. Intelligibility. Intelligibility. This is very important when we talk each other. Intelligibility is basic but useful English, and clear pronunciation also needed. Because our second language is not English. English is a foreign language. Okay, except Malaysia and Philippines. Okay. Okay, next country. I have a few information or impression. Okay, done. Okay, please tell us your name and your impression after coming here today.
Okay, first and foremost, mabuhay.
Mabuhay. Okay, hello, what does that mean?
Hello. Or
Hello.
like greeting. Ano, mabuhay, like it's a greeting for us Filipinos. Or
Okay, ni hao or aloha, like that. Okay.
aloha, like that.
Okay.
So, first and foremost, I would like to introduce myself. My name is John Ray Tabamad, and I came from Mindanao, Occidental, in the Philippines. It is located in Davao, which is the southern part. Mindanao, it is the southern part of the Philippines.
Sorry, speak slowly. It's very difficult for me to follow your English.
I'm so
I'm
good.
Japanese. English is the second language. Hope you speak slowly for me, okay?
Okay, then. I'm so nervous.
I can understand you are from Davao. And
Davao is located in Mindanao, which is the southern part of the Philippines. And basically, my impression when I came here to Japan, actually, this is not my first time in Japan. I've been in Japan the year of 2015. I was participated or a recipient of Genesis program in Tokyo and Iwate Prefecture.
okay, thank you. Later, I'll ask you again. Thanks so much. Your English became our first. Okay. And from Vietnam, we invited the student from Vietnam, and here, my student from Vietnam. Nice to meet you. You did the presentation today. How was it? Good or bad? You did the presentation today on behalf of the Vietnamese. Okay? Okay, thank you for your hard work. And also, for this meeting, invite two Vietnamese students at the Bangkok South American campus. Okay, this is one of the participants of the for this meeting. India also joined the BKC campus. And okay, which country is this? Hello. I'm so hard to to raise up the tension of this group. But you are touching xylophone. Okay, which country it is? China. Okay. Okay, please help them. Okay. Microphone.
Hello everyone, I'm Yasmin from China, and actually it was my first time to be in Japan. And before I arrived in Japan, in my mind, I think Japan is a developed country and it's very tolerant country. And after arriving, I find some different special buildings with traditional styles, and the people are very nice and friendly to me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. 那感谢啊，谢谢啊。Okay, next, which country is this? Maya?
South Korea.
Okay, South Korea. 예, 안녕하십니까?
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. Please introduce your impression after coming.
Yeah, hello. My name. Yeah, thank you. My name is Tong Woo-seok, and I'm from South Korea. And okay, my most impressive thing in Japan was the public order. Have you ever been the Nagoya station, the Vantage line?
Vantage line, yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, in the station there was a very various line with various colors. Green color line and yellow line color and orange. There is the various lines for another destinations, and many Japanese people make a line with the colors. I'm very impressed that every Japanese people make a line waiting the train. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. And also your university the famous this event, this demonstration. Would you please talk about this one?
Sorry, I
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. In Korea, we call it 518. Is called in English 518 is about the date this event is occurred. We can call it April 18, the demonstration struggle. It is an event that the citizens struggles to against the military dictation government.
Okay, thank you. Anyway, your university is very famous for the symbol university to keep the democracy all over the Korea. Because of this demonstration happened fighting against military government that changed into the democracy life. Very famous one.
Yes, that's right.
King Taejong. After that, King Taejong became the
Kim Dae-jung.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kim Taejong, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we again fight against the military government, say, Chun-duan.
Okay, Chonduan, yeah. Very much. Okay. And also the one topic, so you should talk about the unification between North and Korea. What do you think about that?
I think unification. Okay. Okay. I think about the unification of North Korea and South Korea have to succeed because it is a relation with the well-being, maybe because the North Korea get in many money and South Korea too get in many money in the military, so they can't concentrate to well-being. So if we have the unification, and they can concentrate with the education and medical care or something, I think.
So up to here, so may I have your comment or your feeling about their answer, their the image towards Japan and some the specific history of Korea. Mr. Sensei? Sorry.
For Korea or?
For everything. So they have the different image towards Japan.
Okay, thanks for sharing. And maybe all of you realize that the first thing that attracts the first newcomers, the visitors' attention is technology, toilet, high-tech toilet, and nice people, patients, and lining up. Okay, and so maybe our responsibility or what Japanese students can do is the sharing your knowledge, what you know about Japan more, okay? The seeing the little bit more, high-tech plus something. Okay, why? Not only the situation that people line up, but why do you do that? Okay, what is when you meet new people, how would you like to behave?
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah. And also the one issue, so she mentioned world peace. Unification between North Korea and South Korea, it reduced the military budget. Okay? 1/3 of the national budget of North Korea is belonging to military budget. In this Japan, we have to prepare proper missile, ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile. So we have to prepare for that, to prevent that the big money is needed. If the world peace was realized, we can use such a big budget to the well-being food for the North Korea. So world peace is very important. Thank you. And next. Okay, so when from Taiwan, do you know this flag? Okay, 谢谢. Okay, Cambodia. So would you please talk about Cambodia and your impression?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
My name is Sophia, and I'm from Cambodia. So, about Cambodia, it's a small country in Southeast Asia. It's actually a neighboring country with Vietnam and Thailand. And about my image toward Japan, of course, Japan has been a very wonderful place with so many nice and hardworking people. And there are actually a lot of colorful and delicious foods in Japan. One more thing is that in Japan, the traffic, the cars on the roads is very in order. If we reflect back to Cambodia, you have to be very careful when you drive on the road or cross the road because it could be very dangerous.
Okay, compared to Japan, Cambodia car speed is relatively slow, less than 40 kilometers per hour. We are very easy across the road without according traffic light. Okay, thank you. In Japan, do you know this word? Japan. We talk how to enhance your English
So first of all, welcome to Japan, and hello everyone. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm doing good too. And how to enhance my English skills? For me, I stayed in Cambodia for 2 months, working at the Siem Reap Teacher Training College, which is located in Siem Reap. And I did my volunteer work to install an ICT education into colleges. and through real opportunities to communicate in English with overseas friends, I can be more motivated for learning English, and I realized how English works and why we should learn English, the importance of English. Thank you.
You trying to ask, so we are Japanese, so English is second language, not second language, language, foreign language. So, so we have to find the authentic occasion to use English. This is very important. By the way, do you know what percentage of the people who are living in Japan are the percentage of Japanese here in Japan? Percentage of Japanese.
Around 100.
No, percentage of Japanese. Okay, thank you. And here in Japan, 90% of people living in Japan are Japanese. Okay, every people use Japanese. It's very difficult to find the occasion to use Japanese as highly suggested. So to use in an authentic occasion. Volunteer outside Japan in various meetings to find the friends and to keep communication and keep interaction is very important. Thank you. And okay, so we have to focus on the several issues. First one is gender balance. Yeah, country differs, but situation differs, country to country. Okay, so this was some graph from the Taiwan. Would you please talk about this focusing on that something focusing on the gender issue? Please use this chart.
And this chart shows that there are inequalities between men and women for the job and the salary, and because of the traditional concept that the degree of the man is higher than the woman, so maybe after marriage the woman should take care of the children or the elderly, and so they maybe do an overtime job. And some companies will think that the labor force of women is lower than the men, so they will scope out promote the opportunities for women to work harder to get the same salary, the same wage as the men.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and why we choose this issue? Because of the maybe you can look around. So in this room the female number is much bigger than me. Okay. Anyway, so the gender equality is very interesting issue. So this time we'd like to give this knowledge. Okay. And in Korea, please talk about this one. And what's this? The female to male earning ratio is only 64% of male.
In Korea, the payment to Korean woman and man is very big. The payment difference to Korean woman and the man is very big. So we call this one the wrestling. We call this one. So the woman's rights is very low in Korea. So but recently there are many campaigns in Korea to promote women's rights. The left one reports to educating feminism. Some people propose to educate feminism in school. There are also demonstrations of women's rights in many cities in Korea.
Thanks so much. So this is one of the big issues. Maybe this got affected by Confucius, right? Okay, thank you. And next one. In case of China, social corruption of China ranked 100th. Okay, please talk about gender issue.
In China, when it comes to the social position of women, we said always in China we have the words that 女性是半边天. This words means women can choose their own careers and they can also contribute to the social development. So in China, women and men is equality in the China. Yeah.
Okay, thanks so much. Okay, very good policy. And gender balance. So this is a very famous country when we talk about the gender balance. Would you please talk about the equality between men and women?
Okay, well, in the Philippines, before, we believe that the man can have more potential to do something than the woman. But in our today's generation, we have this gender equality that those things that the man can do, they believe that the girls can also do it. So that's my perception about that.
So you mentioned women's social position, female social position is starting from some data from OECD. Your country is the seventh out of the 140 or something like that. Okay? In case of Japan, it's 110th or like that. Okay. Anyway, so data issue is very important. How is Japanese situation?
Japanese situation. According to this data, Japanese women's position is relatively low compared to other countries. But I think in terms of each family, women is much stronger than men.
I think so. What's the number of cabinets in case of your country? Female number in the cabinet.
In case of my country, the female number is the cabinet is very low because which I believe that we will see it in the next slide. Please look at the second chart. It shows that in the Cambodian National Assembly, the number of women is only about 20%. 20%? Yes, compared to men. And for the Senate, they are only 14.75%. And the problem is that the number does not increase at all since 1999 until now. So the positions of women in Cambodia are still expected to be a follower and not decision maker in the country.
You point out nearly 20% is the female number among the cabinet, right? In case of Japan, it's nearly just 10%. Yeah, in case. How about Taiwan? Female ministers in the cabinet. Do you know? What percent is that? Almost.
I can't estimate the percentage of the female in registration, but there are really few for doing the registration, especially nowadays the president is for the first time the women got about the president of Taiwan.
In when what's the name of the female president?
蔡英文。
Tsai Ing-wen. Tsai Ing-wen. I remember that. Okay, thank you. Anyway, so if the country is different, the situation is different, but focusing on such a kind of issue, keep thinking global is very important. It became the solution of our own country. So for this issue, any comment from the Mochizuki Sensei?
Yes, for the future of the gender issue, Dr. Kaneto, is it okay with you to ask the Japanese students for answer? Because my high school, the school I teach, the number of the students is 1,000, and 35% are girls. But maybe the similar situation happens in your school here. The president of the student council has been girl. The leader of the Taiksai, the gymnastic festival, has been girls. The leader of the school the festival in our school has been girls. So although their population is low, girls do not mind taking leadership. So my question to the younger girls in this Japanese girls is, would this trend last? I mean, are there any objections that you can take leadership and this trend will change in your future?
Okay, bring the Japanese.
Yes, we welcome answer from boys as well.
聞こえなくてしてこう何も言いますけど、はい。
Do you think this trend will change?
将来いろんなリーダーを女性がやるのが当たり前と思いますか、それとも変わると思いますか、あなた自身どう思いますか。当たり前。Okay, please speak up. Which school are you from? Maruka High School. Okay. Speak up, stand up and speak up, please. So your school name first, please. Maruka from
Maruka High School.
Okay. Guard.
Girls want to be leaders.
Okay, thank you. Want to be, okay? Want, will not, want to be. Okay, girls not want to be. Girls want to be. Will not be to be a leader. She said, yes. Some other opinions? Okay, Mochi Sensei, your high school is very common to play a role of such a physical athletic leader.
Yes. Right, and I believe that the many schools here have the same tendency. I don't know about the sports clubs, but in an international conference like this, majority of the participants are female students.
Like today,
yeah, like today. So if you believe, if some of you may believe that in near future, more female can take leadership as well as males, and some of you believe that few females will be leaders. Okay, I don't know which is right, but if you have answers in your mind, please think about the reason why you believe that. And this, I believe this is the beginning of the discussion. Why you believe the females cannot take leadership. Why you believe more females will take leadership in the future. The both may be right, and they both may have good enough reason.
Okay, thanks so much. So this is a kind of assignment today to you all. Okay. And okay, the next topic is population pyramid. What pyramids belong to which country? This is in the first. Okay. Any comment about? Oh, very young. Okay.
Okay. So you all know that the Philippines is a very energetic country, right? Okay, so according to the Philippine Statistics Authority, the Philippines, the whole population of the Philippines so far is 106 million, and the Philippines also is one of the most populous country in the world. So basically, I know that some of you here kind of see this chart, but I will explain this to you. Judging from this chart, this temperature right now is that more than 65% of the population right now is 29 years old and lower. And in the case of Japan, in 2025, it will range at 65 years old and over.
Okay. Thanks so much, Carol. It's an amazing number. So that means 65% が29歳以下の国だそうです。That means so the future worker is increasing year by year and it became more energetic country, right? Okay. In case of Japan, 1/3 of the people are more than 65. So we have to find some good solution. Now our country is facing the aging society. Thank you. And how about Cambodia?
Okay, so if everyone please look at the second picture, you may think that the shape of the pyramids of Cambodia is actually similar to the Philippines. And this chart means that in Cambodia, most of the people are young people. Like, if you take a look at the chart, most of Cambodians actually are in the age of 0 to 34 years old. And what does all of this number mean? It means that Cambodia have a large number of young human resources like you all, and they will become the backbone and the one who improve our economy in the future.
Okay, very good. Very good, bright future. Okay, congratulations. And how about Japan? Can we talk about this issue? China? Okay. Talk about China's situation.
China, maybe China's people about 1 billion people, and then you can see the.
Oh, just a second. 1.3 billion.
About 1.3
billion. In case of them, how many population in Japan?
120 million.
10 times bigger than Japan. 13억 in China. Okay? Okay, globally.
And you can see the picture. Most of the people are between the 25 years old and to 50 years old. And this people, as we all know, China is a developing country, and these people are the main energetic for our social development. And we all know, when a country to become a developed country, they should to have a financial to support these countries to develop a well. So this is our situation of the China's situation.
Okay, thanks so much. Anyway, so we have the contrast between developing country and the developed country situation. So of course, Philippines or Cambodia half of their population is very young. In case of Cambodia, less than 20 years old. In case of Philippines, less than 29 years old. Okay, how should I see? How should I get? What kind of insight could we get from this comparison? Would you say any comments, or how about some other professor? Any comment from the panelists?
Okay. This is my opinion, okay? I will not directly give a comment on what should we do or not, but for Japanese citizens, this is my personal opinion. There's sometimes we hear some people say that we should invite more workers from other countries, and my opinion is that well-being of the non-Japanese worker is number one thing, because as long as we are ready for welcoming people from other country as the colleague or citizens and the well-being of them, we can accept. But we cannot exploit the people from other country as the inexpensive labor or giving dirty and hard work to them. So this is one issue that we should be very, very careful.
Okay, thanks so much. So there are some solutions to give the young worker to welcome Japan and give the opportunity to work and on the construction of the farmer. And anyway, so the communication to solve this problem is one way and our future work. Okay, this is the Japanese population pyramid. Okay, my age is around here, sorry. Anyway, I have 1,000 of the friends here, but getting the aged society, not getting aged society. Okay? Anyway, because of we work so hard and contribute to this society, so everyone calls it high-tech society. And also the rich country. Yes, I have been working so hard with my friends. But please think about, so the Cambodia GDP per capita is 1/40. 日本の40分の1ですけれども、it's not responsibility for young generation in Cambodia. So if your knowledge and your experience surely enrich your country coming 10 years or 20 years. Okay, I keep my finger crossed for your bright future. Okay, some Japanese say, oh, Cambodia is a poor country. Maybe education is not so good. No, education is quite enhancing now. Okay? So, in case of you, you can speak the French also?
For me personally, I cannot speak French.
Okay.
But because Cambodia used to be under French colonization,
Yeah.
so some of young people in Cambodia actually learn how to speak French. and also Chinese and Japanese as well.
Okay, thanks so much. And we'd like to move on the next topic, final topic. This data was given from the student from IPC. So what's happening in Cambodia in the field of education? Would you please talk about this one? Come over here, please. Okay, another participant from Cambodia Institute of Technology. Okay.
So, education in Cambodia. In Cambodia, the education is divided into primary, secondary, and higher education. And so we use a lot of ICT in our education, as you can see in this slide. We also use famous applications for communication with each other. So these are the most famous apps used for communication that rank first, second, and third respectively on both Play Store and App Store. And also, Cambodian students, for Cambodian students to use these applications, they have to have a smartphone. And the ownership of smartphone in Cambodia right now is around 48%. And the ownership of smartphone also increased with the education level. So many university students and graduates in Cambodia own more smartphones than those who have no formal education. And monthly cost of smartphone is around $10 for an average person. And for students, we don't tend to use smartphone a lot, so we pay for around $5 per month. So we have an exchanging service.
Okay, thanks so much. So he mentioned, so the 1 month's cost for using the cellular phone or smartphone is only $10 for one SIM. Okay, right? So this kind of ICT enhance the quality of education, also breaks through the wall of the communication. We can communicate each other by using such ICT, ICT information and communication technology. And by using such technology, one of my students, Kai-kun, did this one. Please talk about your activity in Cambodia, please.
Yes, I did my volunteer work in Cambodia with Show him. And it was part of a government project called the EduPort project, and which is supported by Ministry of Education in Japan. And as assistants of ICT education, we could help students there with ICT equipment and English digital content.
So at that time you used English.
Yes.
Okay. Where did you learn? Sorry. Where did you learn that English conversation ability?
Oh, where did I learn? I learned English at this school and
from right?
And from them, yes. And through real opportunities, like authentic occasions, to practice English, I could learn my English. I could improve my English ability.
Okay. Anyway, so we focusing on the what can we do for the society, for the what can we contribute to the world. So one example, Kai-kun gave me as a volunteer work. So volunteer work needs English ability to communicate and strong stomach. Okay? And Kai-kun enjoyed a $1 hamburger every night, right?
Yes.
That's tasty?
Yes, that's very tasty.
Okay. And then, so, but you are students in Japan. What's the first thing for you? I ask you.
First thing,
What's the first you think you should try before going abroad?
before going abroad, students want to study hard at school. And by studying English very hard and improving our communication skill, we can cooperate with foreign students. And also we need to cooperate with overseas friends to tackle global issues beyond the border.
So I never asked him to say that, okay? That's the most important thing. You are here to enhance your own ability to be the person, a globally minded person who could contribute to world peace, to the society, to yourself, and to the developing countries. The first high recommendations, so study hard is very important because you are students. Students should learn. Okay? But not only some grammar test, TOEIC test, Eigen test, or something. No, it's not final goal. The real goal is utilization in the authentic occasion to enhance power of the human beings. I strongly suggest that. So maybe almost the end of the session. Sensei, thank you helping a lot, and thanks so much for the clear, beautiful, sophisticated English. Would you please wrap up the whole thing?
Well, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Maybe my word for leadership sounded too strong for you. And my last comment is maybe the word leadership has to be changed. And maybe we like to see the word leadership from different aspects. Okay? Although I did not bring my students, I know what happened in every school. You work as a team, right? As a team of different ages, the team of people who speaks different language, different taste, different skill. And I see that in every presentation team, someone is very good at editing slides, someone is very good in speaking up, someone is very good at help your friends smile. Some are always cheerful, who is good in giving energy to your teammate. And that will be the team spirit, and that may be the skill that we need. Not only the strong leadership, but the skill to work as a team. That is the very crucial point for building future. Okay, so thank you for giving me the opportunity to see the nice collaboration.
Thanks so much. And participants, you are the center pillar of this participant talk. I really admire what you have been trying to complete presentation up to today. That's why you can listen for nearly 60 minutes English talk. It's a great ability, and that surely enhance your future. Thank you for joining. Let's praise each other's hard work up to today. Nice presentation. Thank you. Thanks so much for thank you. Thanks so much.
reason.
Okay, thanks so much. So this is a kind of assignment today to you all. Okay. And okay, the next topic is population pyramid. What pyramids belong to which country? This is the first. Okay. Any comment about? Oh, very young. Okay.
Okay. So you all know that the Philippines is a very energetic country, right? Okay, so according to the Philippine Statistics Authority, the Philippines, the whole population of the Philippines so far is 106 million, and the Philippines also is one of the most populous country in the world. So basically,